So quickly before we get into this video, I got a couple of things wrong in this video. I didn't take enough time to look through it. This French M51, which is an Israeli version, it has a smaller engine than the Rev, so it's weaker power to weight ratio. The gun is actually, the stats are the buffed stats, it's just the versions of PC ones I was looking at were after a commander skill had been applied. The gun depression is 10 degrees, because I did think the gun depression was nice. It is because it is the 10 degrees. And the tractor verse is 2 degrees better, but otherwise this is basically a Rev with a paint job. Just wanted to get that in before I get this video going. So ignore when in game that I'm saying otherwise, because those are the actual stats. Well, isn't this a beautiful sight? Essentially the M4 Rev, but Israeli, and still in the French tech tree. So yeah. But I will point out this is the pre-buff MRev. Ours, I believe, it has about 7 degrees of gun depression. The PC one has 10. The PC one, let's have a look at the stats. It's 4.69, 4.89. So the PC one has a slightly better rate of fire. The PC one has a better aim time and has better accuracy. So bear that in mind. If you buy this tank, you will also likely get those buffs eventually. So that means 0.1 to the accuracy, 0.01 to the accuracy. Geez, 0.1 to be incredible. 0.1 to the aim time and 0.2 to the rate of fire rate of fire increase. So what is to know about this tank? It's a Sherman with a big gun. Essentially, the gun is the one off the AMX-30 prototype, but like just nerfed essentially. It's not the exact same gun. In real life, it was basically the same gun, but like slightly like a sawn-off version. But yeah, so I've gone with strong coffee, large first aid kit, small repair kit. I'll see whether or not I get set on fire a lot, because one of the things you really have to bear in mind is this tank is quite close range. Now, I don't have very many good French crews. The only French crew I've got that is any decent is this one. And this was my light tank crew, and so I've spent the gold and I've turned it into a bit more of a medium crew, because this is definitely what this is. Now, it's almost a brawler, though. Your rate of fire is not very good, but your alpha is great. You've got the 390 alpha, and I think it's the only... well, technically, I think you can run things like the T-34-3 and the... T-34-2 and the T-44 with that 122mm gun, but the 175 pen, it's not going to do very much. This thing gets 200 with its standard rounds and 250 with its heat rounds. Now that is the same heat as the any of the Russian ones as well. You know, you're talking 250 as a number. But yeah, there isn't a lot to say about this. This is already its camouflage. If you go to customized, all of these things are permanent camouflage. You can't change their appearance. Oh, wait, no. So you can change the 130. Interesting. So the 130 doesn't have permanent camouflage, but Bert and the French one do. So there you go. They're all tier 8s, though, so that would be interesting. Right, so that is basically all you need to know. I mean, there is nothing special about the armour. All in all, as I say, it is just a Sherman. You have got, I think it's, you know, around 90-odd mil around the gun mantlet. It's not, you're at tier 8. You see things that have 300mm of penetration with premium. And of course, it's World of Tanks, so people will be firing premium. And of course, you're a brand new tier 8 premium, so they will be firing premium. And of course, some people know my name, so of course they will be firing premium. And of course, it'll be stupid. So, let's go and see what this thing can do. Oh, straight into Arctic region. Minimal cutting required. Apologies if you hear it in this video or this the super Bert, or sorry, the jumbo Bert, as I'm calling it, will definitely have a bit of noise in the background, because you can hear my niece having a gleeful time. I could only hear it when I turned my speakers quite loud, though, so hopefully it's not too obvious. Not that, you know, a small child being happy is particularly horrendous. And oh my lord, this matchmaking. This is both excellent and pretty terrible, because this is the thing with getting high tier. If you're in a heavy armor tank, you can bully people. I'm in a tank with low armor, which any of these people... That leopard can pen me. That leopard can pen me with every shot. So I don't really have the armor to tank any of these, which is fun. I don't have the rate of fire to absolutely demolish them, which is also fun. but I have the penetration to do damage to all of them, which is definitely fun. See, change in tone, same words, different meaning. So I am going to go down my usual favourite place in almost any tank, not with so much with heavies, but you can do it with heavies. If you can get here quick enough, you see where I'm going, up ahead, down to that far bit in the E4 region, you'll find yourself being able to get some nice shots on people crossing. Now, this thing doesn't have a great rate of fire, as I said, but what it does allow is it allows you to hit hard. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if there's certain things that I can probably one-hit. The leopard being amongst them. Ooh, that bulldog is a bit of a threat, though. Now, I think they've spawned a little closer to this than I would have liked. Do I have shots on that Cromwell? Oh, I would have done. I get the feeling I'm being spotted by someone. Right, it says I'm being aimed at. Oh, I might be getting spotted from up there. Right, okay. So, let's see. So, come down. Can I get up and get a shot into that IS? No. I might get one into the E25. Nope. But I fired and didn't get spotted in return, so that's a good start. Now, I have got coated rammer and gun laying drive on this, your typical medium setup. If that bulldog tries to push, you can get me spotted. Now, see, I've got to try and keep aware and look out for shots. I think we've ended up getting here quite late, and we're not going to have a lot of brawling potential. Get the quick shot off. You see this gun has real nice velocity to it. Nice little shot into there, snapshot away. Now if these guys are going to push up, that's going to cause some real problems. So I might end up having to head back to spawn. Right, there's not a lot I can do here. I am not getting any shots in. And so it's time to go into chase snipe mode, essentially. I'd rather not have to do this sort of thing. Oh, I'm getting spotted. That will be the E25 spotting me as I left. Maybe that guy got a little spot on me as well. So, I am going to try and get up to behind those rocks up ahead. The ones on the other side of the gap, though, unfortunately, where I can probably get hull down. Now, I'm really going to have to make my shots count because I'm not going to get a lot of chance, and our chances are I am going to lose health in the process of crossing. So what do we have here? We have a KV-3. Now the KV-3 is being pushed by the TVP by the looks of things. I don't think I'm going to get across to the rocks that I would like to get to.
The enemy knows our location.
Got a nice 420 damage into the TVP though, and that, see, he is now suddenly a lot lower health. IS back there is fighting the thingy. So let's see, I'm probably going to try and reverse side scrape this. It's not going to do me any good, don't get me wrong. But, you know, easier to get back into cover. Come on, come on. Waiting for this guy to make an appearance. Now, there is a light tank coming down to my right, so I really don't have too much chance to do things here. So, oh, just as I start to move is when they just start coming. Let's see, let's see. 1375 is going to come round. Gonna wait. Nice shot. Now I'm not exposed to those guys, which means I can get down and I should be able to finish this guy off. Oh, looks like he doesn't need finishing off. So I'm just going to leave him for now. Apparently the KV-3 bounced on that guy. That's quite impressive. So there's a full health... No, not full health. There's a healthy KV-3 back there. Let's see, do I have a line of sight? I am going to have a line of sight on this guy. And, of course, I rushed the shot.
Target locked.
Just going to poke towards that IS. Going to get in behind here. Oh. He was not falling down in the process. Forced him to back up a little bit. Let's see what I can do from here. Now that KV-3 Oh, he just took an absolute spanking.
Been detected.
Oh, I had a shot, but I've lost it, and I think he's going to get killed here by our E25. Nicely done, sir. Now, we have a number of tanks coming in from the south. Well, southeast. So I'm going to try and move. I've done very, very little this game, and I've not really given it a good example of what this tank can do. But you see, I have had to play relatively near the front, but you also can't play too aggressively. It's a fine balance you need. He was nice enough to expose himself. Reversing to get out of any line of fire as quick as possible. Let's see, that's this going to give me a shot. He is, but God knows where my gun's going to go and actually put the shell. So I'm keeping myself in a position where only the AMX Chaffee's going to have a shot on me. And now there goes the AMX Chaffee.
Friendly vehicle destroyed.
Let's see.
The enemy knows our
Oh, I'm
location.
spotted again somehow. Alright, let's see what I can. This should be a clutch that we can very much manage. There's him gone. So let's see. I hopefully can outspot this AMX, which means I'll get a shot into him while he doesn't have a shot on me. There's a shot into him. Got a track as well. This is the thing. I can afford to take a hit. And duped a shot out of him, which allows me to take a bit more time, but I don't have the ability to get my gun down, and I know that Bulldog is somewhere aiming for me. So I appear to be going backwards. Come up, see if I can't just spot this Bulldog, who I imagine is down there somewhere.
They found us.
See, come on son, you know you want to fire. Oh, and I caught him trying to run away. And there he goes.
We can do this. Loaded and ready.
Can I get this guy for a particularly meh top gun? I'm not going to sit there and wait. Let's come down the hill. I'm going to reverse up until near the bottom of it. That guy's going to run that way. Then I shall do the same. That's a shame I didn't stay up near the top, because I could have had some nice shots on him. I'm really hoping this guy isn't just there going to drown himself, because that would be rather disappointing. I imagine he's trying to get himself somewhere into a slightly more advantageous position. But unfortunately, it's not as advantageous as he thinks.
The enemy knows our location.
And voila. 6 kills, 10 hits. Now that is not... That's both a good demonstration of what this thing can do, and probably not the greatest. Yeah, so... Oh, apparently that's a ace. First class, even. So, 90,000 silver. Mate, so there you go. This is much better at making silver than the Burt, Jumbo Burt. I did an okay amount of damage, but I did a lot of kill securing in that game. All in all, people like the AMX Chaffee did 490, but that was over 2 shots. Ziska killed 424. I missed a shot on the TVP and the Ziska, to be fair. I didn't get any shots into that KV3. So, yeah, let's get into the next one. Ooh, Himmelsdorf Blizzard. This could be quite an excellent little map for this. Now, I've played it before. I played this with, I don't know if any of you know the YouTuber Ilkillies. I call him a YouTuber because he probably should still be doing YouTube, but he's been busy with his university life, and that's fair enough. But I played this on PC with him, where he had the Rev and I had my Mod 1, and we played the little corner on the 7-8 line, that, you know, EF. And I was there taking most of the hits, not damage, obviously. He wasn't just, you know, selfishly letting me take hits. I was angling in a way that no one could pen. We'd wait until they'd taken a couple of shots, and then he'd pop out and fire. And we only popped out when he could fire. Now, obviously, he had a better game than I did out of that, because obviously his alpha's higher than mine. But it showed the ability for this thing to just pop out and do damage. Because as much as it can't trade health with higher tiers, it can definitely trade damage. And that is something that you don't see too often. There aren't many tanks that can trade well with higher tiers. Now, at this point in time, my immediate intention is to go to the hill. Hoping things like the C75 and T10 don't cut me off while I'm trying to go. Because this thing does have some quite good mobility. Yes, yes, sir, you can raise your gun. Nice, I'm happy for you. Now, don't block me off. This Blizzard mode will be interesting for this, because obviously you end up with a much closer quarter fights. You see, this thing really doesn't have a very powerful engine, so that gun makes it heavier. I think the T10's catching me up at this point. Yeah, oh, the IS-3. Yeah, so going up a hill, I'm being caught up. Along straight ground, this thing is plenty fast, you know, does 40 kph. But, I was saying, I don't want to block this guy off, but I really do need the inside track, because I cannot afford to take damage when I come across this hill. This guy's forcing me wide, which I really, really don't want. So I'm half tempted to let him go further up. Just nudge him a little bit, because I want the inside track here. And the inside track, obviously, especially with this additional mount, is definitely not better for gun depression. But it is better for getting the hell out of the way out of anything wanting to shoot you. So, just a little bit of advice. Now, it does look like there's very little coming up this way yet, though. So, we've got another one of these. Senor Jedi Mines, I believe. Does that say? Yeah. Need this guy not to be bumping into me. Shot into his track. Now, unfortunately, he gets eaten by the track. I have no idea what the hell this tiger's doing. Simplest answer is not very much. Well, apart from also getting in the damn way. I thought I might have a shot on the top of his turret, but I don't. It's unlucky. I have no idea what this tiger's doing, but at least he will absorb fire. Now, I need to make the most of this gun while I've got the opportunity. Right, our team are really pushing this section hard. So I imagine this D50 is about to get killed. He hasn't been killed yet. And no idea what this SDI is doing. Let's see. This is it. Oh, and a lovely invisible wall there to stop any shot going through. How charming. This game is, you know, highly polished. Such a nice finish to this game. Now, the issue with doing something like this is, obviously, if that 51 decided to shoot me, he has an easy angle on me. He doesn't appear to be doing so, though, which is nice. It looks like that SDI is going to try and come round. Oh, I dunked my shot. H51 starts aiming for me. Okay, well, let's see if I can't put some damage into this fatherland. He's fired, tracked him. Please don't block my shot. And I bounce, of course I do. Now he's going to come round and get a shot in on me. Oh. And again, bouncing off the lower plate of that guy. Now that shot got a pen. And shot goes nowhere again. See, now. As much as he gave him a side, he didn't do anything bloody with it. Some nice damage in. This guy's just going to have to take all the hits for me. I can't do very much about that, I'm afraid. And of course, my shot bounces off the lower plate. Well, you need to bounce another shot from this guy.
Looks like that one went right through.
And my gunner is dead again. Wow, okay. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing, but he's currently, I can best describe him as a bit of a waste of space. Also, I don't know why the hell I'm lagging like hell. Right, he's fired. I know he's still reloading. Even with a dead gunner. Thank you. Now, we are painfully alone over here.
Ready to fire on target.
Let's see, am I going to be able to... Nope. So... Interesting that my gunner was killed twice, so I might need...
Loaded and ready.
what's it called? The pain tolerance perk. We have a TVP defending the base on his own right now, which is less than ideal. I don't know what the artillery's doing, and our 704 is... Oh, he's one of the beard guys. Oh no, he's not. Gotcha, not guys. I misread. Oh, now it looks like at least two of them are over there. There's the Jagdtiger. And this is my death warrant. So, there we go.
We're done for. Everyone out.
Yeah, this wasn't ideal, and the gun wasn't performing very well, and the crew just keep getting killed, and the team was pretty interesting. So, I'll end this one here, and I'll jump into another one. And here we are in Fisherman's Bay. I'm slightly concerned by the team separation, and arguably the lack thereof it. Oh, got some nice early spots, and in return got spotted too. Do like using that little position, but it helps if they're not shooting back. Oh, that's why I got spotted. They light tank.
Gun loaded. That one drilled straight through.
Let's see, assuming it wasn't one of them two.
They found us.
Normally go even further up than this, but oh well. But of course, this is happening right now.
We lost track of them.
Got Tiger 2, VK45A, 112, IS6, T34, E75. So this game is already lost. Like, you can tell from this sort of thing, this game is as good as just lost. There's very, very little you can try and do about this sort of game.
They destroyed one of our tanks.
Basically, you are just trying to farm as much damage as you can.
Been detected.
That was a poor snapshot. Now I have to be fully aware of the fact that these guys are going to push through. So, let's try and get some shots in their side before running the hell away. Shot just goes absolutely nowhere. I know it's a clutch shot, but still.
Loaded and ready. Found us.
There you go, much better. Is that 12T gonna... No, not too much.
The enemy knows our location.
So I'm fully aware of that. Ah, I fired just as he stopped and I miss.
Locked and loaded. We hit
Get a shot in and all I do is track him. So I'm backing up at the moment. Backing up. Get another shot into this guy. It might be worth retracking him.
Nice shot.
Got it.
Focus on this location.
Alright. Now I'm not going to get another shot off before he on repairs, but I might be able to finish him before he goes around there. Right. Yep,
Enemy scrap.
got the finish. Now, those light tanks are probably a priority target for me right now. If nothing else, I know I can pen them.
They found us.
Let's drop down behind this hill. So this is where the 10 degrees of gun depression on the PC version is nice. Oh, should have taken my time and aimed. I am probably rushing a number of shots here, which is not needed.
Been detected.
I'm not being aimed at yet, so now I am. Clutch shot off into that guy. This is not a very good area for actually staying completely covered.
Target locked.
In fact, basically, I'm not completely covered. That's sort of the issue. Now, one of those light tanks is sat over there
Locked on.
in cover.
Lost the gunner. Somebody get on the weapon.
So that T-32's there because no one is pushing forward. These guys just need to move, or we're gonna lose this game. There's nothing we can do here being sat back here.
Ready to fire on target.
Just slightly misjudged that. I need to change the line of approach on that.
Ready to fire on target.
Now, once I'm despotted, I might be able to get some spots onto the T-50.
Target locked.
STA-1 is still there.
Been detected.
Yeah, I don't have the line. Centurion 7-1 died in just the wrong place. So it's 1390 going to spot anything. So he's going to spot an STI. T-32. And a Walker Bulldog.
Knows our location.
Can I get a shot in on this guy? Aim in. 400 damage. That's more like it. See, I need to keep this gun firing right now, so let's see if I can get a cheeky shot off.
Loaded and ready.
And of course I hit the ground. The STA-1, who is getting way too aggressive now. Now he has really overexposed himself. But of course, again, my shots just hit the ground. No longer spotted. Spotted target hit. So there's a full health Fatherland pushing up round there. That's fucking joyous. My only chance of really getting out of here, I need to get some shots into that STA-1.
Ready to fire on target.
There's shot 1. And get one more shot into him before I have to move. That would be useful. It looks like he's going to back off, which is going to stop me from doing that.
Been destroyed one of our tanks.
1390 sat back there, so I need that 1390 to stop keeping me spotted.
Locked. Enemies looking right at us. Ready to fire on target.
Could have done without that.
Ready to fire on target.
So that's where the STA-1 went. And there's even more back there. And so I've done what I can in that game, but teams like this are just utterly useless. I mean, yeah, you've been a real help to the game. He's not even shooting anyone right now. He's trying to actively go into the furthest corner and hide. He's a top tier heavy, and he's hiding. This is the only issue with trying to do a live kind of com replay, and this is, I'm afraid this, I can't really afford to do any more of these, like any more games in this particular thing. But feel free to mark these guys' names down, and I don't care about naming and shaming. Pretty much anyone on this team beyond the light tanks is noted down as being worth absolutely sweet fuck all. If one of you ends up watching and says, oh yeah, there were these exceptional circumstances, well, I'd like to hear that with the exceptional circumstances for playing like an utter waste of space.
Can't hold on.
But yeah, so that will be the penultimate video. I think you've got a general idea of how you play this tank and what will need doing. So, I mean, I still made a good silver. I had, you know, nearly 4,000 damage in that game. E75 232, Tiger 2 325, T49 350, IS6 and 112 370 374. Tortoise, tank that does nearly 3,500 DPM, 1100 damage. Waffle, tank that does like 2600 damage and has good, and the Jagdtiger as well, 1000 damage. Absolute waste of space. Right, I'm gonna back out of this before I spend too long doing on this. This review's gonna have rattled on long enough as it is. So, this tank is not. A lot of people like the tank because of the gun. You've got to be bear in mind as well. It's gonna get better once you are able to get the 10 degrees of gun depression. Whenever that buff happens, may never happen, may happen in a long time. I don't know. But it's very punchy. The pen is quite nice. I mean, 200mm is better than most. 250 on the heat. The fact that the standard round is APCR is also very nice. It means you get a nice velocity. You saw a couple of shots early on. I kept aiming too far ahead, and it just means that things, especially with some of them snapshots you pull off, it is going to be quite nice. You can't snapshot as well as you can in this tank as well as others because the bloom is pretty damn bloomy. I mean, it's blooming big. Anyway, enough of the pun. So, do I recommend it? Yes, but it's not for everyone, so bear that in mind. All in all, it is a good tank. I do like the tank. I just don't like the teams. Apologies for the lack of content at the moment. Well, not at the moment, because there's going to be about 3 or 4 videos all hitting within about 24 hours of each other. But things are what they are, and stressful times at home. So I'll do what I can. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this sort of review / hatred of teams. Oh dear. So, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this review, where the answer is basically yes, it is a good tank, but no amount of money. I think the thing I tweeted while playing was, what I've learnt so far most from this review is no matter of money or so-called wargaming favoritism is going to stop the teams from sucking quite as much. So thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you on the battlefield.